and welcome back to Cowabunga Corner Reviews. In this episode, we are reviewing Bath Squirters. Yes, these are the Bath Squirters, and they're based on the Half Shell Hero set. But Cowabunga Corner is not normally a bathtub. No, I don't normally want water right here, because we got a lot of rare stuff. We got definitely electronics that usually sit around right here. So I cleared up as much as I could, and I got some water, because I'm not filling this up with water. The first set that I am opening has Michelangelo, Leatherhead, and Raphael in it. And I'm excited about this. I got these at the Children's Museum of Indianapolis, and I was wanting them for a while, ever since I saw them at Toy Fair. So I was excited to actually find them, and now they're in the collection, and the one I'm opening has Mikey in it. I'll open this one too, don't worry. So starting with Mike and Raph and Leatherhead. I like squirting toys. That's why I normally like to try and review the little kids' toys, because you got your bubbles and everything. Water toys are fun. Did not mean to cut the cardboard there. I do believe I have to cut around to get these out. There we go. I am just removing the top layer of plastic, and that made it so I can remove them. But before we get into these three, let's check out the back of the box. Raph, Leatherhead, Mikey, Bath Squirters. Coming out of their shells for the very first time, the half-shell heroes are ready for non-stop ninja adventures. You can join the fun-loving brothers in their pizza-fueled mission as they team up to mess with menacing mutants and the Shredder. That doesn't say anything about these being bath toys. Squeeze to fill, then squirt. Turtle fun in tub. And look for the other 3-pack. I'm disappointed with the back of the box. The good news is that it does show Mikey and Raph, so it is showing the toys inside this package. Oh no, twist ties! Haha! I will squeeze these out of their twist ties. I don't want to go and untie the twist ties. I don't like twist ties. I really did not think these would have twist ties. I don't know why. I guess it was a hope, but no. They just had to go there. Oh, Raph's twist tie broke open easy. Here are the first 3 out of package. I'm going to keep the floor dry because I want to open the other box. Then we will make the squirting begin. The first thing that I am noticing here that is a big aww is Leatherhead is smaller than Michelangelo. True, Mikey's foot is on a skateboard, but even on a skateboard, Mikey would be much smaller than Leatherhead. Sorry, Leatherhead, you're still too big. But there we go. What a happy duo. So there we have it. Half-shell hero turtles are the right size to Leatherhead. Let's get the others out. The next group is Leo, Splinter, and Don. And the back of the box does show Leo and Don on it. And over here shows the other 3 that you need. Now, it could be dangerous using a knife on these. If you accidentally poke any of these toys, then they won't do that well at their bath squirting time. If you are not the best with a knife, I don't recommend doing what I'm doing here. And I am just destroying the plastic on this one. I'm just no patience whatsoever. There! And I am just going to free them from their twist ties in the easiest way possible, which is cut the twist ties. So here we have Splinter, Leonardo, and Donatello. The other 3. And that means we have all 6 of these out of package, and we are ready to play. First of all, reviews. Splinter looks, well, they all look like their half-shell hero designs. Which means I don't like Splinter's design. Too much white on him. This is not the design I like. Splinter squirts from the top of his cane, which is a bit weird, because he's going to be squirting his own face instead of an attacker. I would think it would come from the palm of his hand. Donatello squirts from the top of his bow staff, which means he's attacking somebody behind him, which is also kind of weird. Michelangelo squirts from his knuckle. His is the first one I'm looking at where it's not coming from a weapon, so what is that water coming out of his body? He seems a bit happy about it. Raph has some sort of water attack with his kick, so it's coming out of the bottom of his foot. Leo has his coming out of the knuckle of his hand, much like Michelangelo does. And Leatherhead is spitting from his mouth. Leatherhead is the only one of these that makes sense on where the water might be coming from. Now, design-wise, as I mentioned, not a big fan of Splinter. Donnie here, his mouth is open, but there's no gap tooth. He's missing out on his gap tooth, which is a big part of the Nickelodeon design for Donatello. And, of course, they need all this filler because these are squirt toys. But it's weird having the fillers between their legs and underneath the arms to the weapons and stuff. It seems a little bit different than I'm used to. Let's get some water in some of these. Donnie's got some water to him. And let's go with Raph. Takes a few dips. And I want to, of course, do Leatherhead, since he's the only one that will be doing this right. Now we're going to make some characters fight, and I have backed up myself with some extra cleaning supplies, because I do not want this water all over Cowabunga Corner. But I want to review these. We're going to check out on how Raph squirts. If you don't have them... Seriously? Okay, there's squirting action for Raph and Leatherhead. I'm actually wowed about that because the water just came out too easy and not easy enough all at the same time. My problem was when I actually tried squirting Raph, because the water was all the way in his foot, it does not squirt right away. So you have to fill them all the way up to get a good squirting power. And now, when I brought him like this, I would think that the water would be stopped, like it is right now, until I squeeze him. But with that first load in him, it came right out. My problem with that idea is that if you got them all the way full and you do that, most of the water is going to pour out anyhow. I'm kind of sad. Let's see how Leatherhead does. He's not full. So if he's not full, the water's sitting in his feet. The only way to get him to spit at Raph is to do this. And I'm not squeezing right here. Now I'm squeezing. So this is a double-edged sword. In one way, it works better if they're not full, because then actually you need to squeeze them to get them to spit or get the water out, not just tip them. But in the other case, it does not work better if it's not full, because then the water doesn't want to come out if they are straight up or even on an angle. See, here's Donnie trying to get his revenge on Leatherhead. And the only way to do that is this. Overall, that's a little bit disappointing with the features of getting them wet. As you can tell, I'm like right on making sure that I dry this as good as I can in between. When you're done with them, you do not want the water to stay in these guys. Well, they do have a good squirt when you really squeeze. But again, you've got to just make sure you're getting all that water out. I only did 3 because really once you see how they work, these are all basically the same. I like where Leatherhead's shooting from. I like that we have these bath toys, because when I was a kid, we were bringing our normal action figures to the bathroom, and some of them lost their color, and none of them were really made for that. Well, I think Wacky Action Don was. We'd get him to swim. With this, we actually have toys for young kids in bathrooms of their favorite characters. They got cute designs. Again, Donnie is missing his gap tooth. Leo's got 1 sword instead of 2. Mikey's got 1 pair of chucks. Raph only has 1 size, so they each only have 1 of their weapon. But bath time should not be about the violent time of a kid's playtime. I think these are cute designs. It does bother me that Leatherhead is shorter than Michelangelo. But I think Leatherhead has my favorite design out of all these guys. Mainly because he's just so cute. He's just so adorable, and he spits from the right area. The water comes from his mouth. So this is a very cool Leatherhead for a collection. With Donnie, I really wish that gap tooth was there. And Splinter, he needs more black to his face. He don't look scary or anything. Why is he all white? Why can't Splinter get a proper paint job, Playmates, please? Leo, he's actually the best design of the turtles for me. He's got this standing motion. He's holding his sword. He's got a big smile on his face because he does love training time. So I'm sure he's excited with that. Mikey having a skateboard is cool and all, but his wide feet really just throw off. When I first saw the skateboard, I didn't know it was a skateboard till I got it out of package. I had no clue why he had something orange under his foot. And Raph has a manhole cover underneath his foot. And Raph's expression is actually a bit odd for me. He's got this, like, he's really struggling with this kick expression. Maybe he's standing there in some torturous training session where he has to hold his leg up for 3 hours. He's got a very strained look on his face. This is not happy. This is not angry. This is strained. His eyes are wide to where he's like, can I be done with this kick now? As he's gritting his teeth. That is an interesting expression. These are the Half-Shell Hero Squirting Bathtub Toys. They are awesome. They are fun. They're in stores right now. They'll make great holiday gifts. These ones are mainly for kids or collectors of these characters. So, like, if we have a Leatherhead collector who wants everything made of Leatherhead, which we do, LH, then if we got that, they'd want to get the set with Leatherhead. If they're a collector of Mikey or Donnie, or if you're a completist like me who wants everything, they're good. But these ones really, really would do good in a household of kids who enjoy taking baths, or even got a pool. They're great pool or bath toys. Once again, I have enjoyed getting to go through some more turtle awesomeness with everyone, and I hope you guys enjoyed as well. We will catch you here next time on Cowabunga Corner Reviews.